What happened?
We
Folks,
are live. Are you having trouble hearing, Rob?
Oh my god.
I don't know. Maybe something must be wrong with my connection. Everybody sounds like monsters.
Well, no,
Yeah.
we actually became monsters in the last sprint. That sorry about that, Rob. We didn't tell you that we were going to become
I
monsters.
can't hear nobody.
Welcome to August 14th Team WIKISPEED demo. Hopefully, Rob Moorbacher will be able to hear the minimum. I'll kick us off because it seems like I've got good audio right now. Last week, I updated the CAD of the Frugal windshield and wiper assembly. I'd like to share that. It is here is whoa, and some video of mine is playing awesome sound in the background yeah, thanks YouTube. That's exactly what I wanted you to do right now. So this black sheet is carbon fiber with the simplest mold ever. It's a 45-degree angle bend and a 45-degree angle bend. Then it's on 4-inch by 4-inch tube and a 4-inch by 4-inch tube on top with these gusset plates. And then this is 32 inches of DOT AS1 glass by 48 inches of DOT AS1 glass, which is what is the road legal requirement, with a single wiper and a 28-inch wiper. And that's its swept area at 110 degrees, which is an easy stop to buy a wiper motor that's already configured to do. Let me see. It's not too helpful. There's the wiper motor on the bottom. There. I don't know if my I just thought it was blue, the wiper motor. It has a default stop of 90 degrees or 110 degrees. So that CAD was done. Here's what it looks like integrated into the car. Now, this very basic looking windshield is really cheap. It's $5 a square foot for the glass. Everything else is very inexpensive. I hope it to be the maker-priced economy solution, which should get Team WIKISPEED in more places. That said, I love the look of the windshield assembly Rob Moorbacher has made. It's gorgeous, and it actually doesn't cost that much more. And I think that is what becomes the premium brand for Team WIKISPEED, the Moorbacher supplied equipment, because it's gorgeous and functional. So there was that. Then next up, so you guys can see my screen now, cut tube for the next engine module, V4 spec, cut another side crush structure and front crush structure, delivered tube and engine module parts to the Renton joint venture factory, created backlog of shop prep to host the Extreme Manufacturing Certified Scrum Master course next week, bought booze for the Extreme Manufacturing Certified Scrum Master happy hour next Thursday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific, did CAD of an efficient use of material gusset plate to attach 4-inch by 4-inch tube. I'll show you guys what that means. This one's actually for 2-inch by 2-inch tube. Hey, Rob Huggins. This gusset plate is 1/4-inch aluminum, and it's water jet cut. Any 2D water jet cutting of aluminum plate is very inexpensive and environmentally friendly, and it lets us do stuff like this. With no welds, we can attach tube. Now the downside is you have jutting faces on the sides. You don't have a smooth, flat face of the tube anymore. And then you have the bolt heads on both ends and the nut on the other end to have further protrusions. The upside is you don't have any welds and have an extremely strong connection. So updated those. Here's what I mean by frugal use of material. This is cut, 2 of them are cut out of 6 inches by 6 inches of aluminum. So this would be 3 inches minus 1/10 of an inch, and then 6 inches minus 1/10 of an inch. So this will fit 2 parts with 2/10 of an inch gap between them out of a single 6-inch by 6-inch piece of aluminum. Right. That allows us to have an efficient use of parts. The same thing here for 4-inch by 4-inch tube. So this is a larger plate. It's cut out of a 12-inch by 12-inch of aluminum, 2 of them together to join plates. So did that. Then delivered aluminum to West Coast Waterjet so that they could cut out those gusset plates. Reviewed the fantastic drawings in progress of how to see how much weight a given length of aluminum tube will hold. Did some pairing, just only 1 hour, with Lorne on parts of the non-for-profit filing form. And he said there's a grid I need to fill out, and I wasn't actually able to find it before stand-up. Hopefully I'll be able to do that before the stand-up next week. I sat in awe of the Team Venezuela demo video week 2. They're just amazing. Their team has doubled in size in the last week, and they've got a graphics designer on board now. I'm very excited to see what that could generate. Please check out youtube.com/wikispeed for all demo videos, including theirs. I tagged and tweeted the modules for the car we're going to be designing and building in next week's class. I tagged 4 of them: the chassis, interior, engine module, and aero shell. Next week, I need to clean the shop thoroughly for the next XM/CSM class. I need to groom the participant backlog for that event, the backlog of stories they're going to do. I need to print that backlog and tape it onto the shop whiteboard. I need to set up the chairs and tables. I'll be doing that with the Team WIKISPEED interns. I need to send the order to the water jet cutter to be cut and then pick up that order. I need to pick up the windshield glass that was ordered last week. I need to buy the 28-inch long wiper to test on that windshield. I need to make an instruction sheet for the mill and bandsaw. That's an experiment to have people not need to ask as many questions, maybe, by having an instruction sheet hanging right on the tool. And then instructional mini videos for both those tools. There'll be a link to those if I get it done on that instruction sheet. So people from their smartphone, many people have that here, can watch a 1-minute video on how to change the collet, for example, if they need to. Then I need to kit the exercises for the class. This is maybe the most important thing. That's clear bins full of the materials and the tools each person needs to complete a given exercise for the class, or anything in Team WIKISPEED. It seems to be the fastest way to design or replicate parts. Blocks, I might not have enough time to think through each of the exercises in time to get parts to the water jet cutter to cut. So we might not have beautiful CAD parts for some of the things that we would want to replicate. We might have to treat it at design time where we're cutting out parts ourselves, which are never as pretty, but they do work. That's the stand-up I've got here from Seattle, Washington. It also includes demo and sprint planning. Who would like to go next?
I'll go ahead and go if no one else wants to.
I just wanted to respond to one thing to Joe. I uploaded I was uploading the latest versions, and instead I uploaded two versions of one document, and so it's corrected now. The correct form with the grid is there now.
Okay. Let's see. So I've got a couple things I can visibly demo here. Let me share the screen. Okay, so I updated a few different pages on the website. Mostly, let's see, on the cars page, I made some changes. This particular sentence here basically had some additional information that showed how to navigate to the online store, and because that has been moved, it was pointing to the wrong location. So I removed that information, and basically anywhere on this page that it references the store, I put a link directly to that. I say that there may be one place I haven't done that yet, I think right here, and that's just because this part basically says that the open source plans are available in the online store, and when I was updating this, they were not yet. But, well, I'll get to that in a second. So I also updated the Extreme Manufacturing site here on the bottom. I just added the line that basically points to Scrum Inc.'s Extreme Manufacturing Build Party site. And other than that, in the store, I actually added an affiliate link for the free online version of the open source car plans. If you click that, that takes you over to the open source ecology page that has the various plans. I don't know that these are the most recent, but they are the most recent that have been updated to open source ecology. Actually, with that, I can stop sharing the screen because nothing else is visibly. Sorry about that. Other than that, I created a website login for one of the members from Team Venezuela, so they could get in there and add the Happy Melly icon. I believe that's what it's called. I researched the internal server error issue on the website. I basically boiled it down to two possibilities. There's a possibility that the HT access file is corrupt, which I know I had made several edits to that file in order to get OwnCloud working. So the recommendation there is to basically remove and allow the file to be rebuilt and see if that takes care of the issue, which will temporarily break OwnCloud, so it's good that we're not using it just yet. The other issue, if that does not change anything, then it's actually an issue on GoDaddy's side, and I'll have to contact them. There's possibly they don't have quite enough speed or bandwidth associated to our website for some of the requests that are going through. So that's just basically, I've narrowed it down to two issues, and I'll have to play with that. Other than that, I installed a social media widget. I kind of got excited about some of the stuff Team Venezuela is doing with the social media aspect, so I wanted to put some icons on the website. I did install a plugin, but it is not visible on the website yet, because what I wanted to do, if I can get back here, is I wanted to put it, oh, well, I don't guess y'all can see that. Anyway, I wanted to put it up on the upper right-hand corner of the website, and the theme that is being used, that area is not a widget area, so I'll need to actually edit the template in order to make that a widget area. So that'll be for next week also. But the plugin is loaded. Other than that, let's see. I replied to a website comment. I think they were asking which template we were using, and that reminded me that I think that Joe may be the only one that really writes blog posts on the website. But I needed to remind you that comments are not turned on blog posts by default. They're turned off. So if you want comments on a blog post, you actually need to turn those on. I did that because I wanted them off on the pages, and that's a global setting. So you have to manually turn them back on blog posts.
Interesting. Per individual blog post.
Exactly. There may in the future be a better way to deal with that, but that was the fastest way that I found to deal with it early on.
I absolutely appreciate it, Chris. Just so you know, my preference, if it becomes possible, is exactly what you might guess, that blog posts have comments enabled, no other page does. However, I understand the current state, and I'll wield it as such. Thank you.
Okay, and I'll go, knowing that, I'll go back and the few that you have posted that they're turned off on, I'll just go in and turn them on, so you don't have to worry about the ones that have already been posted.
And I would love anybody to blog. I blog every once in a while when I have time, but I aim for that to be anyone in Team WIKISPEED if they're so inclined.
Let's see, what else did I get on with? So I checked the WordPress version to make sure that it was at 3.9.2, which is the latest version. There was a security bulletin that came out that said previous versions have some sort of a security issue. We were already up to that level, so we're good there. I shared the WIKISPEEDlet challenge on WIKISPEED's Facebook page, and then, of course, shared that out from my different social media pages, because I think we need to get a little more interest in that. And I scheduled a Google Hangout with Team Venezuela for Monday in order to show them they're not very familiar with how WordPress works, and adding the icon for the Happy Melly stuff that they need to add requires some editing of the template. So I was just going to have a hangout with them and show them how that works. It's kind of considered an advanced topic, but it's really not that difficult once you've done it. So go ahead and let them jump in and start getting working on that. And other than that, for last week, I updated all the broken leaks except for one. There's one that's tied, I believe, to what's the name? Is it Scrum Alliance? Is that what it? No. No. Solutions Inc. Maybe I don't know what I'm thinking. There's one link that I could not find an equivalent to. That the page has been changed. You know, their site's been changed around. So there's one that has not been fixed, but all the other ones have. And for sprint planning, I'm going to test those two possible solutions for the internal server error issue that's somewhat periodic. I'm going to find a way to actually get the social media icons on the website. I'm going to have the meeting with Team Venezuela, and then I'm going to work on the TCC Innovation Forum elevator speech, and then work on the social media form letter, which I think both of those actually correspond to some stuff that Team Venezuela is doing right now. So that we may actually be able to pair up and knock some of that out a little bit faster. And I guess the only two blocks I have is there is a site or a page on the website that's called Bring WIKISPEED to Your Business, and I don't know if that page is still valid. I think that it was referencing